I grew up in Homestead, PA. It's like half an hour north of Scranton. Like Homestead is a small town, and then there's like a rural countryside surrounding it. So you get a nice little mixture of everything. Well, my dad lived right outside of town. His parents were dairy farmers, and then my mom lived like in a development area over in Beach Lake, which is nearby. So I bounced back and forth, worked on my grandparents' farms and stuff until I was probably 14 or 15, and then I started to work different jobs. But yeah, that definitely helped my work ethic. Work on the farm over the summers when I was younger. I'll probably be training dogs, doing something with dogs. On the side, I train dogs, I walk dogs. Have a good time doing that. So I guess probably something along those lines. It's not like I really had a choice. They started calling me the Frothy Wolf, man. I talk to dogs, and I'm good at it. And I get a little excited, you know, like a dog that might be foaming at the mouth. I just keep going and going and going. The next thing you know, they start calling me the Frothy Wolf. You know, oh, Aaron, why are you getting frothy? I'm not getting frothy, man. I don't know. Nicknames are one of those things. Like usually once you get one and you don't like it, that's the one that sticks. You know, you gotta own it though. I started wrestling, I think, in second grade, first grade, something like that. But just the way my personality was, I was really intense, had a lot of energy, was always causing trouble. So I just ended up on the mats pretty much all year round since I was pretty young. Pretty much I went to school so that I could wrestle afterwards. It's kind of the way I am. I'm kind of tunnel vision. I get my eyes on something and I just go all in. Inch wide, mile deep. So if I like something, I'm all in, I'm all about it. But if you ask me how to use a microwave, I don't know because it's not related to wrestling. So probably about middle school, before I got like totally consumed with wrestling. I went on a streak. I would just do crazy stuff. So if I wasn't in school and I wasn't at wrestling practice, I would just kind of, me and my friends would think of what's the dumbest possible thing we could do. And in retrospect, it's kind of lucky I'm alive, but I would like jump off bridges, do a lot of other crazy stuff I won't mention. I was just kind of like a daredevil. I was just thrill seeking. In retrospect, it was really dumb, not good decisions, but I survived and I eventually learned how to channel that thrill seeking behavior, that intensity into wrestling, which is what really helped me to excel. I found a guy here in Bloomsbury and started doing a little bit of boxing, if you want to call it that. That was terrible. In his garage, and then he sent me to see another guy, my buddy Heath, so I worked with him for a bit. And I think partially just because I was not really that great at boxing, Heath was like, hey, you should go check out these guys, Bloom MMA. You know, they mix it all together, and I was like, oh wow, I've seen that stuff on TV, that seems like fun. So I walked in, not really looking to compete, I just kind of walked in the door. That's where I met my coach Joel, and I was like, hey, you know, I just want to roll around, do something. And then one way or another, I had my first fight. I choked the guy out in like 50 seconds, and I was like, oh, I'm home again. You know, this is just what I'm meant to do, I think. You know, but the one thing, if there's one thing that my dad drilled into me from a young age, it was that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. So he wouldn't fix problems for me, but he would teach me, usually the hard way, how to figure it out and work through it. Later, when I got upset, he would tell me, well, you got two choices. You can sit here and be mad, or you can pick yourself up, get better, and take advantage of it. You know, I wasn't the most well-behaved kid. I was an angry little guy. It got me in a lot of trouble when I was younger, but my coaches, my dad, they slowly taught me how to take that fire and channel it into something positive and effective. So I don't think fighting is what people think it is. Everybody sees you on TV, or they go to fight and they see you beat on somebody under the lights and they think, oh, that's cool. You know, they don't see day in, day out. You know, you get 15 minutes of fame and then everybody forgets about you. I don't do it for glory or the spotlight. I do it because it brings meaning to my life. I'd say what separates me from the rest of people is hands down my mentality. You know, I've never super slick, super technical. But I spent my whole life kind of conquering myself, mastering my mind, overcoming a lot of adversity, and my mindset is head and shoulders beyond my current skill set, and probably always will be. I just, I gained control of myself and my brain to a level where I'm able to go well past my body can. I'm relentless. I'm persistent. Every single day of my life, I wake up, I'm getting better. I go to sleep. Everything I do, I eat, I sleep, I think, I breathe. All of it is dedicated to getting better. And I do that every day. And for a lot of people, that sounds like hell. For me, I love it. In a lot of ways, it is hell. I don't have that much of a social life outside of the gym anymore because I'm so dedicated. But I've come to a place where I enjoy that. Some people are like, oh, you gotta embrace the grind. For me, I love it. I love that challenge. How many rounds can I spar before my arms don't want to? How long can I go before my body shuts down? Great coaching staff where they don't need to motivate me. They need to say, all right, calm down, you lunatic. Like, let's keep your body in one piece. My mentality is definitely what separates me from the rest. Training, I love it. It's not difficult. It's just what I do. I was always walked a real fine line. I can remember going into high school. I'm not sure. I must have gotten in a fight. Or I got in trouble. I remember the principal sitting me down and saying that I think he sat me down with the middle school principal, and he was asking about me. He said, "Well, we're not sure which way this kid's gonna go. He could cause a whole lot of trouble, or he could be something great, and it's on you." And so they actually didn't really punish me. They just said, "Listen, you got to make a decision." And so when I was younger, wrestling was kind of the thing that kept me in line and took this intensity, maybe insanity, whatever I have. Wrestling and my coaches helped me channel it into something. When I came to college and I quit wrestling, that year was, all of college really was not easy. I've always dealt with adversity, but that year when I didn't have wrestling, I didn't have fighting, I was in a bad place. Once I found fighting, it took me out of it. I was going down a bad path. And right after my first fight, I felt like myself again. And I felt like I was going to do something great instead of something real bad. So it just gave my life meaning, purpose, and it's helping me make sure I do something good with myself. I don't do it for glory or the spotlight. I do it because it brings meaning to my life. That's why I fight.